What's up, creators? It's your boy Mad Mike. On today's episode, I'm just gonna show you what it's like to be a automotive YouTuber up here in Canada. We'll go look at some of the projects we have, why I'm not posting a lot of content, where some of these projects are at, and what's in the pipeline for the channel in the future. Here's the 2018 Dodge Charger Pursuit that I put a wide body kit on. I painted it sublime green. And got a spoiler on there, some other goodies. It's all-wheel drive because it's the Pursuit car, the ex-police car. It's got the 5.7 liter Hemi engine. It's been a super great winter car. It's covered in salt right now, which is kind of sad, so I'm looking forward to springtime when I can wash it up and start taking it to some car shows. But we got the rear diffuser on there too. Got some wheels off of a Chrysler 300C. I think they actually look kind of cool on there. Obviously they look white from all the salt, but they're actually like a bronze color. They clean up real nice. Some good snow tires on there. So that's the Dodge Charger project that we got on the channel that obviously is just my daily driver right now. There's the Pursuit badges. Look at all that salt, nasty stuff. And let's go inside the Mad Lab, see what we got going on in here. So I've been acquiring a lot of tools over the winter, just kind of getting set up to do some more fab work inside the Mad Lab. And we got some good tools in the shop now. So let's look at the tools before we look at some of the projects in here. But I got the shrinker stretcher and I bought the stand so I don't have to put it in my vise and use my hand to do it. So that's super handy. I just bought this 27-inch throat bead roller. I love metal fab, so this was a go-to thing. I had one of the Woodward fabs, but it was a shorter bead roller, so you can't fit too wide of material inside of there. So, you know, you can have some fun and do some pretty funky little panels like this drip panel here. I might end up doing a whole car one day out of this drip design here. I haven't seen anybody do it before. So let's say down the whole side of the car, I graft in this drip effect and it looks three-dimensional and do a cool paint scheme on it. So if you're gonna steal my idea, go for it, but I haven't seen it done before, so I might be the first one to do it. So some of the tools, and yeah, this is one of the other big tools. I ended up picking up a CNC plasma cutter. It's a Langmar Systems. I got the 45 plasma down there, the Razor Weld Cut 45. It's been a super awesome machine. You can cut out all sorts of stuff, and the sky's the limit what you can do with this CNC plasma table. But as you can see, that's all ice. It's freezing cold in here. I finally got a heater installed this winter. It warms it up when I need the heat, but I don't want to have it on all the time because it is electric. And right now it's -5 in the shop, so it's cold in here. Everything's frozen. Then we got the snow bike. I built a Kawasaki snow bike. I absolutely love snow biking. Used to live out west for 10 years and playing in the mountains. It was super, super fun. In Ontario, not so much as fun, not having the mountains. The groomed trails really suck, but I got a full carbon fiber Yeti kit on there. So this was a bit of a project. This took a lot of time to kind of assemble and put together. But yeah, probably won't see much of this on the channel, but it's just another project we got on the go. So I'm trying to have some fun during the winter on this thing because I can't really work on projects. But look at here. This is something new in the Mad Lab that you guys and girls haven't seen yet. So an idea I have is to basically, well, let me tell you what this is. This is a 1970 Coronet hood and fenders. Super rare, super hard to find. They're all steel. They're in pretty decent condition. They have your typical rust here and there, but I'm going to be building a Plymouth Superbird nose cone. I might try to acquire a B-body Mopar so I can put the whole front clip on, but that's the game plan with this. I'm gonna build a full metal nose cone. And so I'll do the nose, I'll do the hood extension, and I'll fab that all up myself, try to do it like a factory Superbird nose cone would be, because I've only seen one other company really doing the metal noses, and they're about $7,000 just for the nose. The entire front clip with all the brackets, headlights, everything is like 16 grand US. So I'm gonna give it a shot and try to fab up my own nose cone, because I love Mopars and I think the Superbird's a pretty bitchin' car. So push my limits, and it'll be a bit of an investment. If I do the nose cone and I don't end up keeping it, I could always sell it and make some coin. Got it mounted to a, let me pick up this front end here, put hood hinges on it, and I got an old front end that is from the shop I work at. We cut this out of a, I think it was a 68 Dodge Charger. So the frame rails were rotted out. It had some rot on the inner fenders and stuff. So it's gonna work out good for what I need. So I picked up these fenders and everything and the hood. So I grabbed a K-member that I bolted the whole front clip to, got some hood hinges, and was able to mount everything together. This is all just surface rust. It's actually not that bad. I know it looks horrible on camera, but if you sandblast this and epoxy it, it'd actually be pretty decent condition. So that's the game plan with this. We're gonna try to fab up a Superbird nose cone from a 1970 Coronet front clip, essentially. Behind there, we have the Harley-Davidson Screaming Eagle project. I picked this up with the intentions of rebuilding it. It's got an irreparable status, which really sucks because the frame and everything else is completely fine. I've rebuilt the front fairing, which used to have the Screaming Eagle on it right there, but it has some crash damage on the left side. So I swapped out the fairing, put a new seat on it, did some other odds and ends. It's a really cool bike. I'd love to ride around this summer, but we picked up a frame to do the conversion and swap all the parts, the motor, everything over to a new Harley frame that I have a clean title for. But let me go show you what we're facing here in Canada. All right, let's go brave the elements, step outside of the Mad Lab, and show you why I haven't been able to work on that Harley-Davidson. All right, so I gotta walk down here. I'm gonna get my feet completely drenched in snow because it's deep back here. We'll talk about the Elcuda in a quick second. But the whole reason, let me run through here, why I can't work on that Harley, well, my carport collapsed that I've rebuilt like 3 freaking times, and the new frame is right there, and it's wedged between the ceiling and that bin. I cannot get it out, so I'm gonna have to wait till spring for that. So that really sucks. Winter, gotta love it. It's beautiful out here, but hey. So next project, let's talk about the Elcuda. If you're new to the channel, I'll post some video and pictures of what this car is. Let me get out of the snow. And it's basically a 2011 Chevy Silverado that I cut the whole body off of. And I mounted a 1976 El Camino with a 70 CUDA front clip, 68 Dodge Charger rear quarter panels. It's got all kinds of goodies, but look how much snow is on this car. So that's why we're not able to work on this stuff during the winter. This is the problem with living in Canada and being an automotive YouTube creator and fabricator, whatever you want to call it. So in the springtime, we'll start plugging away on this car here again. Got some floor work to do. And then, yeah, we'll see what we want to end up doing with it. And then let's look at the last few projects we got on the channel here. Inside here, again, trying to keep these cars safe, but some trees are just falling through the roof from all the ice storms. We have my dad's Ferrari 355 Replica. This is gonna be coming in the shop in the spring. I'm gonna be finishing up the bodywork on it and doing the paint. I got the brake work all done last year. I'd like to try to finish this for the summer if I could. Getting it safetied and put on the road is gonna be hard because the laws in Canada have all changed. Safeties are so much harder to get now, but this is a really cool car. I've been building this car since I was 19 years old, so I've had it for over 22 years or something crazy like that. Based on a Pontiac Fiero. Super cool car though. Motors on the back, so it's a mid-engine, but that'll be coming into the shop this spring. And then we had the Lamborghini Murcielago kit car. This is currently mounted on another Pontiac Fiero stretch frame, but we might end up mounting it to a Camaro or something else kind of crazy. So as you can see, I just got it in storage right now. Not much to see. The roof is caving in on it, so I had to try to save it the other day from all the snow and ice falling down on it. And that's kind of it for all the projects. This one here is the next in line into the Mad Lab, so that'll probably be the one you see on the channel. I'm frozen already, so I'm gonna go inside, edit this video real quick. But those are the struggles of living in Canada or wherever there might be snow and dealing with winter. I know everybody's commenting, hey, start working on the projects. You never finish anything, blah, 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 blah. Well, it's tough, man. I work a full-time job and I got a million projects on the go. I'm trying to pick away at them among finishing, like working on all my other daily drivers and whatnot. So I appreciate you guys watching the channel. We just hit 8,000 subscribers. That's a huge landmark, and it's taken me 5-6 years to get to 8,000 subscribers, believe it or not. So I'll keep posting some content here and there. I'm not going to stress out over trying to get videos out, but I'm enjoying the build. I'll film what I can. I'll post what I can. If you guys got any questions or comment, please leave them below. And yeah, that's kind of that. Happy New Year. Welcome back to Mad Creative. We got a lot of cool things on the go for this 2026 year, so stay tuned. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys and girls next time. Ciao, ciao.